Hey, Libra friends, how are you? Are you reeling from yesterday's blood moon and eclipse? Yeah, I think a lot of us are still processing that energy. So I thought it might be a good idea to do a card reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising from today, September the 8th, till the 22nd of September, which is when we will begin Libra season and the energy will shift dramatically again. This card covers you. This is where you are right now at this moment on your journey. And it is the cave number 17. And guess what? You may be feeling overwhelmed, Libra. And I know that isn't new info. I think every time I read for Libra or do the astrology for Libra, I say the same thing. You're overwhelmed. Slow down. It's okay. Slow down. And I know you've really been working on it. I think you might have actually done some drastic changes to your situation and really now are committed to slowing down and feeling better. But unfortunately, you may still strive to over deliver and put the needs of other people ahead of your own. And because of that, you're probably just overwhelmed and exhausted. It takes a lot of energy to be constantly on, especially if you're in caregiver mode where you are taking care of other people and trying to anticipate their needs, whether this is at work or at home or at school. It's a lot and it can take a lot of energy, as I said. So it's okay. You can slow down and you can rest. And it's important for you to remember that you are loved and protected by the universe. You don't always need to be on your guard or in survivor mode. It's important not to let fear in and stay grounded and understand that your needs are important and you do have the right to say no, especially as you plan your future. And I think you have been doing a lot of ruminating over the past relationships, past jobs, past situations with your family, your friends, and I think you've been looking for answers or at least maybe some explanation for some of the things that you've been through. And let's face it, Libra, you've been through a lot. You're still evolving and still transforming. On the one hand, you know what you don't want. You don't want to repeat those mistakes from the past. You don't want to go through those challenges ever again. So now you're looking at the future and trying to decide what would be the best thing to do, but you're also apprehensive about making these changes because what if you're wrong? And I think all of that is normal. We all have a tendency to be fearful when we know that bad things do happen. But right now, as you plan your future, I think you have to be a bit more positive and more grounded in your own emotional needs. To be truly happy, safe, and secure, Libra, you must strive to know yourself first. And this can be difficult when you have so many people in your ear telling you things, you have society, you have all this pressure at work, at school, at home to do all these things and to do a great job, to be perfect at them all. And it's a lot. It's too much, actually. So begin by separating your needs from the needs and wants of others. If you've been struggling lately, take some time to go off by yourself and just sit in silence. It doesn't have to be an all-day trip up a mountain, or you don't have to go to a sacred spot or leave the country or anything like that. Just going outside and taking a break alone without being on the phone, without scrolling, without texting, just being alone and just being with your feelings. I think this will help. And you work very hard, Libra. You need to make sure you take time for your own needs and also to replenish your energy. And I think this is how you also understand what you want moving forward. With Libra season, we're going to see not only an energy reset, we're going to see your birthday. And you may not be looking forward to it. You may be having a birthday existential crisis, and that's normal as well. But it's just a number and it doesn't really mean anything. You are who you are, regardless of your age. So don't let it get you down. So once again, this reading covers Sun, Moon, and Rising in Libra for the current time period of today, the 8th, till the 22nd of September. I'm using the Elemental Oracle deck by Stacey DeMarco, and it is a beautiful deck. It's based on alchemy, science, and magic, and I think that you're really going to like it. I really do. This is my interpretation of the energy and the cards. In today's reading, we're going to look at your career, we're going to look at your health, we're going to look at your biggest obstacle, we're going to look at your tools to use, we're going to touch on romance, and what you're likely to be processing or doing between now and the 22nd of September. Okay. So that's kind of where you are. You're ruminating on the past, thinking about the future, trying to suss out what you need to do next. So, what is your biggest obstacle right now before we head into Libra season? Oh, okay. The Mountain. This card is about clarity. And usually Libra doesn't have an issue with clarity or seeing the big picture. But lately, you've let your perception become a little bit too influenced, perhaps by others or by negativity. And trust me, that's easy to do, especially if you ever are online, watch television, sit through a film, or talk to anyone, because mostly what we're doing now is trying to make sense of all the chaos around us. And it's difficult. It's very difficult. It's easy to focus on the negativity, but to really see the bigger picture, shift your perception, and then address any issues you may have let get out of hand, or anything maybe you've overreacted to. Maybe it's something you've said, maybe it's something you've done, maybe it's something you've judged other people on, and you've kind of blown it up into a bigger deal. And it's a symptom, I think, of you just being overwhelmed. Think about those things that maybe you overreacted on, and then start really thinking about why they triggered you in this way. You'll have more clarity moving forward. And that will be an obstacle, yes, for the rest of the month, is this clarity. But you can move past this and regain your equilibrium, your balance, Libra, and attain that clarity that you need so that you will feel more like your old self and more optimistic, because Libra is actually a very optimistic sign. It's just a lot's been going on. Let's look at what your tools are to use during this cycle. So the card is the Earth, number 15. So this is a very good card. One of your biggest tools is your connection to the earth. So ground and center yourself daily, Libra. I sound like a broken record already. You're overwhelmed. Go ground, go ground, go ground. Yeah, and you know you need to. Just go sit outside, sit on the ground, sit on a rock, walk around in your yard barefoot, find a green spot that you can go to without the distractions, and just give yourself even a 15-minute break will help. Get out on the weekend, maybe go to a park, visit a body of water, someplace relaxing, just kind of soak up that energy. The earth is our home, and we are part of nature. We're not separated from it. But in day-to-day life, it can be difficult to remember that. This card could also indicate the energy of your home may not be as positive or as healing as you would like. So if your home life is balanced, if you're excited about being at home, then you're feeling better, because home represents a sanctuary, a tranquil place Libra can go and relax and just be themselves and not constantly be on helping other people and navigating things for others. Is your home a sacred space? And do you enjoy being there every day? Or is it something else? So if it's not, take this time between now and your birthday and work on clearing things out and also arranging things where the energy flows easier. I'm not talking about going out and spending a lot of money. You don't need to redo everything. You have beautiful things. Just maybe refresh the flowers, repot a plant, move the artwork around, something like that. And that will be a great asset for you. Being able to retreat and wind down in the tranquility of your home sanctuary. Building this tranquil spot will do wonders for your peace of mind and really help you relax and let your worries go, making this a great tool or asset for you to use during this cycle. Okay, let's look at your health. And the card is Hearth. It's almost health, isn't it? It's card number 11, lucky 11, and it's about comfort. Your health is overall good, Libra, but it would be wise to give yourself more downtime to rest and regenerate your energy. This last year, you've gone through a lot. Some Libras have had surgery, given birth, or had other medical procedures, and you may be recovering from the illness as we speak. Don't rush your recovery. Be sure to nourish your mind, body, and soul before you head into Libra season. You want to be your best, and believe it or not, this is probably going to be the slowest week, the first week that this is covering, for the entire rest of the year. So take advantage of this, go slow, rest, you'll feel much better. But overall, like I said, Libra's doing very well. If you could just slow down and not push yourself, give yourself time to recover. That brings us to your finances. And the card is Bushfires, number 10, and Fury. Well, could you be struggling with anger and even fury when it comes to wealth and finances? Possibly. Anger, when used correctly, could help you move forward, but fury isn't necessary. Fury is when the fire gets out of control and burns everything to the ground. And that's not helpful at all. So, could these warlike emotions you've been experiencing be coming from something other than what's really going on with your finances? Could it be feelings of not having enough from childhood? Could it be that you're feeling threatened and this is more a survival instinct that's kicking in? You could be misdirecting this energy and maybe also blowing things out of proportion because you are feeling threatened, whether it's a coworker trying to take over, or the fact that there are layoffs at work, or there are less jobs to go around and everything costs more and you didn't get that promised raise yet. So all of these things are frustrating, yes, and all of these things can make you angry, of course, but make sure that your anger doesn't get out of control. This is not a time to burn bridges. This is not a time to tell people off or overreact with this anger and turn it into fury on someone who doesn't deserve it. And normally this isn't an issue for Libra either. This is another sign that you're out of balance and you're overwhelmed. So really slow down and set with this. Your finances are out of balance, yes, and they have been for some time, yes, and you know this, and you're struggling to fix the situation, but it's just not working. And it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It's not your fault. The system is rigged. Understanding that with clarity, you can look at the bigger picture and go, okay, if the system is rigged, what rules do I need to throw out? Maybe I don't need all the modern day trappings of success that society tells me I need. Maybe I can instead look at other ways to feel safe and secure and successful. And maybe not being able to do the things that you feel like you should be doing or the things that you want to do is making you angry, and that anger could get out of control. Separating your feelings from your feelings around money, finances, and the past will definitely help. And understanding that you're not somehow failing by not being a millionaire already will definitely help with your outlook on the future and also with this anger. You can attract wealth. Libra is very good at attracting money, manifesting abundance, and bringing in great deals and great opportunities. But you're going to have to step away from the triggers and use emotional intelligence to manifest or draw to you the abundance that you require, which brings us to your career in just a minute. I want to say one more thing though before I draw that card. As I said, you're not failing. The system is broken. We're going through a major cosmic reset, and it's ugly. It's ugly and it's difficult and things are crazy. It's nothing that you're doing wrong. To ride this out, you're going to need to really get clear on what's important and let the rest of the stuff go. Once you do that and take some of the pressure off yourself, you will see that life will get much easier. Let me draw the card for your career. The biome connection, number 44. This is interesting. It takes a village, Libra. And you may not feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing or what you studied to do, but you actually are probably right where you should be. Libra may have completed a degree or some form of higher education and not be working in that chosen field. And this could leave you feeling off, like, why did I waste that time? And you may be wondering if you made a mistake, or even asking yourself, why can't I get a job in the field that I, have my degree in? What's going on? But relax. This really isn't even about you. The energies are very complex right now, and you're changing. The situation is changing. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts, and we're all connected. The education you achieved and the lessons you learned will help you in your current job placement, even indirectly. So don't worry about that. Make an effort to get to know and work with your coworkers to improve your situation. And also, go meet your neighbors, go to community events, and widen your network. And know that right now, especially until the end of the year, honestly, success is going to be team driven more so than individually driven. If you're looking for a job, you're likely to hear of an opening via a network or community connection. This could be just what you're looking for, so don't hesitate to reach out and ask around. There have been times over the last 6 months that work has been horrific because of your coworkers. Things are happening, we don't know who to turn to, and when will this nightmare stop? So, with that in mind, it's not just you. It's everyone else feeling this. And they have shown a side of themselves that maybe you didn't know about, or maybe you knew about but didn't want to see it. Coworkers may have been backstabbing and gossiping and perhaps had a breakdown. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening at work. And it's not just you, it's careers everywhere. We're seeing this in lots of readings, and we're seeing it in the astrology as well, and a lot in the Chinese astrology. Trying to stay sane in an unhealthy climate is very difficult, but be compassionate with both yourself and your coworkers and think about the bigger picture as well. And know that it won't always be like this. Let's look at Libra's romantic sector. Oceans. Number 30, bravery. Singles will need to go forth and explore. You're going to need to get out of your comfort zone and go somewhere new. And meeting new people will widen your circle, and you could possibly start a new romance before Libra season. But you are going to have to make an effort to try new things and bravely move out of your comfort zone to find a more adult love. For married, partnered, and committed Libra natives, be brave when looking at the future. Your partner may have a hidden side, and it would be wise to consider this when making plans for the future. Are they actually very nostalgic about the past and longing to go back to maybe a childhood home? Or are they thinking about quitting their job to become an artist or a writer or something like that? Something that they haven't told anyone else other than you, but you know that's what they really dream about doing. So you need to keep that in mind. You need to talk things out, and you need to cultivate that connection. And don't be afraid to discuss your emotions with your partner, because guess what? The future is here. So it's not about planning something that's going to happen in 5 years. No, it's about planning what you're going to do in January. Libra likes to have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. Your partner may not. Your partner may like to wing it and just go with the flow. And while that in times is exactly what we need, that's probably another reason you're not feeling as secure. So talk this out. And I think by your birthday, we're going to see a stronger connection and a happier home in general for Libra. Okay, let's look at the outcome, or where you're likely to be as we begin Libra season. The card is Magic, number 43. Magic in alchemy. The ability to change and transform are huge themes in Libra's life right now. When you look in the mirror, do you even recognize yourself? Probably not. It's almost like you're becoming a brand new person. And with this, you may feel lost at times. With so much changing, it's easy. I mean, who are you? But remember, you do have some control over this transformation, Libra, and probably more so than you think. If you focus on the negative, you may draw more lessons that are negative to you. This doesn't mean keep your head in the sand and pretend everything's all right. No, but rather be thankful for what's working and focus on making more decisions that align with what you want, rather than lamenting all that didn't come forward yet. Have faith in yourself and your abilities, Libra. You can still live the life that you desire, but you need to get clear on what that life would look like. And as I've said, you have a lot of people telling you what they think you should do, whether that's go back to school or quit your job or start your own business or work 2 jobs. And everyone seems to have an opinion on what you should be doing. And while most people mean well because they do care about you, they do love you, their advice can be somewhat conflicting because guess what? Nobody really knows what they're doing, which is yet another reason why Spirit is pushing you to really know yourself, know what would make you happy, know what you really desire, rather than listening to society or a bunch of people with conflicting ideas. What would make you feel secure and safe? And what do you want for your family? And when you know what you want, then you can tap into your own creative magic and move forward fearlessly and draw these things and this security to you. So as we head into Libra season and your birthday, you're focusing on the future and realigning goals, plans, and really trying to get more control over your finances, your home life, and the future. So these are huge sectors that you're trying to basically rewrite, Libra. So you're trying all of these different things. And with this comes intentional growth and transformation, because that's it. Until we try things, we really don't know. So now you have all this information, plus you've been ruminating over the past, picking up lessons and thinking about situations, relationships, coworkers, all of these things. And that is also giving you more information. You may say, I never want to work in that type of situation again. Great. So now you know that. So when you apply for jobs, it's not going to be in that field or in those circumstances. You're going to keep refining this information and refining it and trying to understand again what events, what situations, what career, or what type of relationship would make you happy, safe, and secure. How can you find that balance of being happy while still nurturing, supporting, and taking care of all the people that matter to you? It's a lot. It's a lot to process, and it's a lot to wrap your mind around as you try to find that equilibrium, that harmony, and that balance. But it also shows how far you've come and how much you have transformed, grown up, and grown into who you're supposed to be. But the transformation is not complete. You're still going to be going through this for a while yet. By the time we begin Libra season, I think you're going to have a clearer idea, more clarity around what you want and what you don't want moving forward. By talking to your partner or by starting a new relationship with this information, then your relationships are going to be much better because you know yourself. And knowing yourself, you know what you can give and where your boundaries are. Not to mention all the deep healing work you've done, so you're not as easily triggered and you're not as likely to see everything through the same lens of your past experiences. You're more willing now to give people a chance without prejudging them, which is huge. Same thing for work and same thing with finances. Just make sure you don't burn bridges or let your temper get out of control. It's going to be an interesting time, Libra. I hope you found this mini reading helpful. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. And of course, this is a general reading. If you would like a more personalized reading, you can contact me. My information's on the screen now. And yeah, I'd love to talk to you about this or about your own future. Okay, thanks for watching and do subscribe if you haven't. Reiki blessings!